And good afternoon, carpers. Welcome back to my channel. This time we're down at Jimmy's Lake in Essex and we are with Tony. We'll have a little chat with Tony soon and he'll tell you about the place because he's fished it before, I haven't. But it's quite a little stunning little lake, we're about 3 acres. So big catfish in here, which is the predominant fish in here. But there's also some carp. We're probably going to have one fish out on each. But it's quite a way round to this peg, so you have to go right round the lake to get to the other side. And my barra spindle on my wheel has just bent and I can't get it back. I'll show you that now. But I'm going to swing this camera around and I'll show you the peg in the water. Yes, there we go, guys. There's our peg. This little double swim that we chose. As you can see. Stunning little lake. It's a bit cold still. Still frost in the mornings and the night time's a bit frosty still. So, but the days are quite warm. So fingers crossed that we will have a few cats out. My aim for this weekend is to beat my £39 catfish PB, and there's plenty in here to go out. I think a man that we passed earlier, he had a 47 out last night, so it's looking good. So let's show this this wheelbarrow. I've still got one more load to do. Bloody thing. There we go. Looks like the old clips come out, spindles come out, and then it's bent that. So I need to try and bend that straight. Whether I can do that now, I do not know. Anyway, I'm gonna sign off, wait for Tony to come back, 'cause he's just been round there. Because we're gonna try and get round there. Them boys are off tomorrow. We're here for 60 hours, but yeah, them boys are off tomorrow, so we might try and get in there tomorrow. So Tony's just gone round to have a little chat what time they're going. But yes, guys, I'm gonna sign off. See if I can try and sort this spindle out, because I've got another trip to do. See you later. Well, carpers, this is the swim that I've chose. Literally right at the end of the lake. Because this is where the bailiff, I mean there's not a lot of pressure up this end, and we've seen a few fish already. And apparently this is where the big girls come out from. So yeah, only fishing 2 rods because it's quite expensive here. So just fishing 2 rods. I mean, I've got a little bay. I don't really want 3 rods anyway, because as you can see over there's old Tony. Don't know if you can hear him. He's making loads of noise, as per usual. There he is. We'll go and have a chat with him in a minute. Say hi, Tony. There we go. We'll go and have a chat with Tony and he'll tell you a bit more about this place, because I know nothing. Right, let's go and have a chat.
Morning, guys. We're here down for 60 hours, me and Jed, for Jedi Carper on Jimmy's Lake in Fobbing. I will admit I haven't been here for quite a few years now. Probably talking what, 10-15 years since I've been here.
Been that long, is it?
Yeah,
you know,
it's been that long. Well, I know that there's a lot of silt on the bottom, a lot of thick silt. If you're ever thinking about coming over here, I'd always suggest popping your baits up, try and pop them up off a deck at least a little bit. Always go light leads, PVA bags as well. I always find he's good, because everything will literally float down, sit on top of the silt.
Alright, yeah. So what's the sort of stamp of fish in here then?
Well, they're boasting that they go up to £90 now in here.
Okay.
But I don't know. As I say, I've not been over here for a long time.
I'm
so
right in saying it's predominantly a catwater.
Predominantly a catwater. Never actually caught any carp out of it, because I've always come over here for the cats.
I know earlier on then in the year, our ridge monkey, Dave Levy, he was round here fishing.
That's right.
He was around that swim round there.
It was round 12, was it?
12, was it? Yeah.
Yeah, because he said it's probably the best peg on the water. But when I was here last, it actually went round where it cuts off and it finishes at 12. It actually goes round onto the far bank, and there were 2 pegs there as well, but they've actually cut all that off now.
I'll make you in 12. He's had a few fish out, and hopefully we're going to get round there tomorrow.
Well, he's just told me what he's been having them on. Yeah, popped up meat, and I was like, right, okay.
It's the nearest shop.
Yeah, I'm wondering if because you got to follow suit, haven't you? If he's had 240s out last night, 340s, you got to do it. So, I reckon I might have some polyballs. I might pop up some meat, or I might pop up some. I've got some really big
I was
hard
trying to
hookers.
think how I could like try and pop up some meat, but or even them pellets I've got.
I'm sure there's always a way. I think I've got some cork balls. So what I might do is try a cork ball on top of a bit of meat or a hard hooker and see how far it actually pops it up.
Yeah, that's it.
Off a deck and go for that. So
what sort of fish have you had out of here lately? Not lately, but
well, back in the day, I mean, I fished over here loads. I had a lot of 20s, a few low 30s, lots of doubles, but I've had them up to 36, and my mate has had them up to 44.
Oh really? So back then, how big were the fish then? How much weight have they put on since you last fished it?
Back then, I think it was kind of 50, 60 bracket. Nice. You could catch fish in here too, but now apparently they go up to 90 pound. So that'd be nice. I mean, even if I see a 40 or 50, I'll be happy.
Like I said to the guys earlier, if I can beat my 39 PB, I'll be happy. So.
Well, you've got your PB cat is bigger than mine, and I love catfishing, don't I?
You had
and
that big one in
you're more
France,
carp.
didn't you?
No, I mean in UK.
Oh, right, yeah.
In UK, so I'm 36, you're 39, aren't you? So I've got to try and beat you now.
Oh yes.
Yeah, but just going to have a slow set up. I'd set up my tent now so I can get all the noisy stuff out of the way. I know really you should take your time, but I'll get all the noise out of the way now. Get it all done, and then put some food on, have a cup of tea, and then start sorting the rods out.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any point rushing this morning because, as the lads have all said, it's dead in the day at the moment, and then it picks up and builds up with an evening. So if I can get everything set up properly first, and then I'll concentrate.
Where the heat's warm and the water up, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
Quite cold at night.
Yeah, definitely. But it's having days like this is spot on, and they will become active tonight if the days stay like this and the sun's out. So
right then, guys.
Yeah, can't wait.
Get my rods out.
Yeah.
We'll see you soon.
Cheers, guys.
Oh hello. Both rods are out now. Literally there's a tree to my left. The bailiff come round and he put us on a couple of spots each, so that was quite good. Got one to my left. It's not very deep there, it's probably about 3-4 foot. But yeah, it's right near a tree in the corner. So I've baited up a few fish meal boilies around it. And my second rod is literally probably about 20 yards out in front of me. Basically got a nice long hair rig, probably 1.5–2 foot long. Because obviously it's quite silty here. Been advised to fish a light lead, so the light lead digs in. I'm fishing helicopter style, got it quite high up, and yeah, got a lot of critically balanced baits on basically. And the winner that works in here are these. And these are what Steve, the person who runs it, he makes himself, and obviously they're a winner on here. And this is the spicy sausage 20mm black pellet, and they absolutely stink. They're all pre-drilled. Like I say, a spicy sausage, absolutely lovely. Yeah, plenty of hook baits in there. So yeah, I just got 3 of them on a hair rig with a couple of cork balls just to, you know, make it a bit critically balanced. So I'm gonna use that for tonight and see what happens. I know I said I was gonna fish one for the carp and one for the cats, but I've got both out on cats at the moment. don't know if you can hear that, but there's a school literally right behind me up on the bank. It must be dinner time now. It's quite funny, we first got here and they must have been out playing PE and they were screaming and shouting and everything. But yeah, we've gone with some Catfish Pro size, I think 1.0. They're quite big. Got some £80 braid, Kevlar braid. Cat lip, I think it's called. But yeah, we're going to see what happens. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we might have one tonight. If we don't, we'll try something else. But to the right of me, I've literally, we see a carp jump out there earlier on when we first got here, so I've literally just put some free bait out there, a load of boilies, sort of essential cell from mainline, and we're gonna, let them have a free feed, see if any bubbles come up, see if there's any shows, if any carp show, that I'm gonna stick a rod out there. But yeah, that's the plan. Old Tony, he's gone for, I think, halibut pellets on one rod and a big 24mm boilie and a pop-up on the other. So here he's going for a couple of different approaches. And we've been told not to put much bait in. So, like I said, the bailiff Danny, thanks Danny, he's come round and given us some tips, what to do, what not to do, so you'd be stupid not to go on what he says. But yes, I know I said, when I done the little intro on this, I said good afternoon. Well, that was about 8-9 o'clock this morning, so it's afternoon time now, it's about 1 o'clock. So yes guys, fingers crossed for a fish. Like I said, I need to smash my PB. I know I said I'll try and go for the carp, but there's some big cats in here and I want a big cat. Like I said, to the right, if I see any shows or any carp jumping or feeding or anything, I am going to bring a rod in and, move straight over to a carp. But I'm going to sign off. See you later. Good evening, catfishers. You thought I was going to say carpers then, didn't you? Well, we've caught catfish on the old spicy sausage, the old house pellet.
Say spicy sausage again, mate.
Spicy sausage. Spicy sausage pellet. Of course, a wiggly one. Oh, we will get this up. Bang on £30. God, it's a wiggler. There we go, we'll give you a quick look. There we go, £30. First one of many, hopefully. That was a right strange take, literally. I don't know, I think there's something wrong with my middle alarm because it just didn't go off. Literally took the line really, really slowly. But yeah, we're going to get this back, hopefully get some more. Well, good evening. Yes, absolutely buzzing to have got off the mark at that 30-pounder. As I said, that was really strange because that literally it was going so slow. All I could hear was my clutch going really, really slowly, so I thought, yeah, there's something on it, struck into it. But yeah, I've got one out on the carp rod. Just to the right of me where there's some reeds. You can see over there, right where that buoy is, I found a nice gravel spot. And so I've brought one in on the cat and I've put the carp rod out. Yeah, you can see 3 rods there. I haven't got 3 rods out. I've literally got 2 set up for the cats and 1 set up for the carp. So on night time I'm going to just chuck both the cat rods out, and then tomorrow morning, people say that not many cats come out during the day, even though I've just had one, but predominantly not many cats come out during the day, so I'll have one out on the cat and 1 out on the carp rod. So yeah, because I have seen a few carp dotted about, just mulling about in the snags and that, so we will see. It'd be nice to get a carp out, but we are predominantly here for cats. But yeah, alright, I'm gonna wait for Tony to wake up. I think he's gone for a little afternoon nap because he's getting old, you see. Yeah, he's getting quite old, so he's having a little nap. There he is over there. And then we're gonna get the barbie on, have a couple of beers hopefully, as it is a social. Well, I'm trying to be social, but he's just sat over there going to sleep all the time. Yeah, hopefully we'll see it during the night. Tony's gonna have a nice big catfish, and hopefully I'm gonna have a catfish during the night. Right, until then guys, see you later, tight lines. Well, carpers, that carp rod that's been out not long ago on that little gravel spot that I found has produced this little 16 pounder. Absolutely buzzing. Come off Essential Cell wafter. Yes, Lee boy, a wafter. On a little bag of crushed and half Essential Cells. There we go, let's get this baby back. Let's catch some more. Well, carpers, I said I wanted to come here and beat my 39 PB. I've literally just had a 16 pounder catfish on the middle rod, and literally 10 minutes later I'll just pull out if I can get it up. There we go guys. Oh. There we go. You can't really see it that well, but the tail was just drooping right over. Anyway, carpers, 44 pound and ounces. There we go. New PB, 44 pound. And good morning, carpers. Well, what a very eventful night last night. Not for the carp, because come the evening time I put both the rods out on the catfish. And although my left hand rod didn't do a lot, my middle rod was unreal. Literally, as you can see, my rods ain't out. I mean, I kept them in from 12 o'clock last night. It was absolute chaos. Literally, as soon as I was putting that right hand rod back in the water, within 10-15 minutes or half hour, that was going off again. Yeah, absolutely crazy. But as you saw from that video last night, I beat my PB, 44 pound and ounces. And literally after that I had an 18 cat, a 22 cat, a 26 cat and a 34 cat, and literally after that I just left my rods in. But today guys, I had that carp yesterday off that little right ambush, little reed. Yeah, you can see by that buoy, just out in front of that there's a little gravel patch. So I've been coming over to the right of me. It's obviously staging going all the way around. As you can see, I've been going to that staging, casting a bare lead, literally over there, walking round, putting my bait on and sort of hand placing it in the water, and that produced me a little fish yesterday. So I'm going to do the same again today. My aim to come here was to catch a PB cat, so I'm over the moon with that. So I'm going to concentrate on some carp, because apparently the bailiff reckons not a lot of people fish for the carp. So I'm going to stick one over there to the right, and I'm not sure where I'm going to put another one, but it's deep silt in here, so I'll have to fish helicopter style. But yeah, we'll come back to that later. So yeah, we're going to fish for the carp. There's a few 30s in here apparently, up to 38 pound, Where they come out from I do not know, but I think this is known as Carp Bay, so I'm in the right area. So I'm going to drink my tea. So I want to get these rods sorted out. I've already got one set up on the carp rod from yesterday. I've just got to change one of the cat rods over to a carp rod, and yeah, we'll go from there. But anyway guys, tight lines, see you all later.
Oh well, waited quite a while for a run, haven't we, since the action last night and early hours of the morning. The lake last night just seemed to switch on after that lovely day of hot weather. But we got up this morning, it's a completely different day, haven't we, mate? Big wind coming in, dropped about 3 or 4 degrees. Struggled all morning, so I've redone the left hand rod. I decided to come away from the island and try and clip it up and get as close to them snags as I can, because I thought they'd be lurking under there. And it's paid off. About an hour later, we've got a hard fighting cat on after repositioning the rod. Big bag of halibut pellets with 24mm DNA SLK bottom bait, topped with I was just about to go around that pole. Topped with a krill wafter. Glugged throughout the day and last night with the with a crayfish extract that Dave Jaldison was kind enough to sell me a few sprays of. So yeah, we're in. It's done the business. But even so, it looks like they are still feeding. But I've kind of took a chance at not putting any bait out there apart from mine and a little bag of pellet, and it's done the trick. So maybe a little baiting strategy is better at the moment.
That's sort of what I've been doing.
Yeah. At least you're getting this one on camera this time, Jedi Carper, eh? Instead of forgetting to press record last time. Over and out. Well, afternoon, catfish carpers. Yeah, waited a little while for this one. It's gone very quiet on the lake. Struggled a bit this morning and into the afternoon because it's dropped about 3 or 4 degrees, as I said earlier. But we managed to get one anyway. New spot, no bait at all, no loose feed, just a little PVA bag of pellet. To a new spot just right over by the snags on the left hand side, if you want to have a look over there. Just in line with a big tree. Just literally got it a couple of foot in front of the snags, and an hour later it's ripped off. So let's have a look at her.
How big is she?
27.2, but I've got to deduct the net. So it's about £3 a net, so 24.2. I'll try a stand up one instead. I've got to get used to doing it like this because I think it's a lot better. There we go. Lovely. Just using a glove there, just to hold it in the mouth. I think it's better, safer, because you get a good grip there. And you can hold it up without it sliding out your hands all the time. Just using a leather glove just to protect my fingers from the inside of the cat's abrasive mouth. Beautiful. Let's put it back. Good afternoon. Is it recording?
Yeah.
Right. Good afternoon, carpers. I think we know what time it's for. It's time for Biscuit of the Week. Now, just before I get started, Leon Barchop Carper, Leon Barchop, innit? Not taking nothing away from you, mate. Your idea, I know that. I just love it. I think it's funny, and I just like to take my little mickey out of it and do my little thing, as requested by loads of my mates. Oh yeah, and show the camera. And Biscuit of the Week cup. Look at that, I didn't even know he had that. I'm gonna have to get mine. Anyway. Right, Leon Bar Chop Carp Bar, this is for you. Hello guys, I think it's time for Biscuit of the Week. Now on this session, I've brought with me Crawford's Shorties. Now, I know, Leon, you normally get yours for £1. For some reason, they're always £1. Don't know how much these were, because I didn't even buy them. But I'm sure if I was to go out in the shops and buy them, I'd get mine for £1. Anyway, dunkability. Yorkshire tea, of course, just the best. Now, dunkability. Let's have a little dunk. Now, with these biscuits, I'm scared to dunk them twice. I think I'll only do it the once, because I don't think they're going to hold up. Little taste test. Yeah, lovely, very coconutty, creamy, lovely coating, frosting of sugar on the outside, beautiful. I'm going to attempt to double dunk. I don't know if this is going to go well or not, but we'll give it a go anyway. Once, twice. Well, I'm very impressed. I stood up to 2 dunks. Beautiful. Lovely creaminess about the biscuit. No oilage on the top of the tea that the biscuit's left behind, so full marks for that. Beautiful. This one's for you, Nick Park, because you requested this, so I hope you enjoy it, buddy. Over and out. Hello guys, just going to talk you through a little bit about the rig I'm using on this session. Basically, I've decided to go for the Suffix in £45. It's a super braid snag leader. Can't take any risks in here with the size of the catfish that go up to like £90 they're saying, so you've got to use it. You've got to use it. I mean, my line on this occasion is a little bit less than what it's supposed to be on this lake, but it's I'm using 20, but they're saying £25 minimum line on here now, which is just ridiculous. Whatever line you're using, you're going to take with you, aren't you, and just chance it really. You're not going to swap over and put a new line on your reels. Every place you go, it's got different rules. So anyway, quite a long hair, not long hair, quite a long God,
Right.
gone again.
Hair rig.
Quite a long hair rig, sorry. I'm using I just drop that down there. I've got a size 2 Teflon coated stiff rigger hook. They're doing the business for me this session. I've not lost any fish on it, and they are absolutely lethal, needle sharp, and they are really, really strong. Really great for this kind of thing, doing with this catfish. I mean, I would choose to put proper cat hooks on, but these seem to be strong enough. So
why have you got your hair rig so long?
Basically, the hair rigs are so long because it's such a silty bottom in here, and I look at you because it's easier for me. It's such a silty bottom and it's so thick silt. You've got to understand that when you're casting out, the heavier lead you use, it's going to go more into the silt and it's going to bury itself right down in the silt. So you want to go a lighter lead if possible, something flat, like a flat pair. But the reason for the long rig is just so it's got a chance of not getting pulled into the silt and actually burying in the silt. Basically, it's going to actually, what I'll do is I'm going to stick a couple of big nuggets of foam around the hook before I cast, and that's going to, it's just going to stop it dropping so fast, and it's actually going to give it a chance to drop at a steady rate and actually land on top of the silt instead of burying inside it. So that's the idea behind that anyway. I mean, this is probably 12 inches, but you could go longer if you wanted. It wouldn't matter. I'd go up to like sort of 2 foot really if you wanted, just to keep it all out of the way. As long as it don't tangle on the cast, that's the reason why I'm using helicopter style, to stop it doing that. So yeah, that's my rig that I'm using. I've actually got 3 of the Lake's spicy sausage. Halibut pellets have been soaking, I don't know how long, but they seem to be doing the business over here at the moment. So I'm just going to try these now, because I've caught 3 of my other cats on different bait, but I'm going to use these now because these seem to be producing, and then see what happens. That's it, guys.
So there you go, guys. Some little bits of advice for you if you ever want to come down and fish Jimmy's Lake. Yeah, like I said, there's some big catfish in here. So a bit of an evening report. Nothing's really happened today. As I said before, the weather's been a bit pants, and yeah, other than Tony catching that 24-pounder earlier, as you'll know, I'm fishing one on the cats, one on the carp. I lost one on the carp earlier, on the carp rod. Felt a decent fish. That was on the Essential Cell, mainline Essential Cell wafter. Little tiny PVA bag with half holes and yeah, crushed up Essential Cell. We're going to bring my rods in soon. Give the cat rod a refresh and change the carp rod to a cat rod. As I said, it's quite good actually. It's worked out quite well because that carp rod stays set up as a carp rod, and I've got a catfish rod behind me all set up ready to go. So yeah, I'm going to bring that carp rod in. So I think from about 7-8 o'clock yesterday, that's when it really kicked off. So yeah, we're going to get these put out soon. But yes, hopefully we'll have another night like last night, and it'd be lovely for me to beat my PB again. Fingers crossed, eh? But Eve, it's just so nice. I mean, I do like catfish, but I love my carp. But it is nice to catch a catfish because they put up a hell of a fight. But like I said, it'd be nice to beat my PB again, and also Tony. It'd be nice for him to beat his 36-pounder PB, UK that is. Obviously, France is caught bigger. But yeah, as you see in the last little clip, he's moved over to the spicy sausage now, where I've been having all my fish on, and he's literally in the middle, not too far away from where I've been having my fish. So fingers crossed for him. Hopefully he'll be able to bag himself a nice PB. But yes, guys, my tactics for tomorrow. We're booked on till 7 PM, but tomorrow, obviously I'm going to fish for the cats tonight, but tomorrow, to the right of me, there's a nice little bay where I've seen some carp jump in, and where I've had that carp and lost one. So tomorrow I'm going to get up nice and early. I'm going to turn the pod round, face into that bay, and I'm going to fish solely them two spots. The spot where I've been having the carp, and another spot where I've seen them fizzing up. I've been that spot that I see them fizzing up and jumping out. That is a spot that I've been pre-baiting for the last 2 days. So hopefully, in theory, tomorrow when I put a rod there, hopefully we'll bag one. Over on the other spot, that little gravel spot, I'm pretty confident I'll bag one out of there. But yes, guys, I know for a fact I'm going to see you during the night with a catfish, so I'm going to have a beer, have a little chill out before it all kicks off. See you later. Just lost a big cat, guys. Snapped me up, snapped my line clean off, but we're moving on to the next one. But this is what I've been catching my fish on. Got some 80-pound braid on. This is actually my hook link. It's about 2 foot long, set up on a helicopter style, you know, like Tony says, so that sinks in the silt. Yeah, so that sinks in the silt, and then this comes up, sits above the silt. Got 3 of the halibut pellets on there, with size 4. Let me try and yeah, size 4 curved shank hook from Ridge Monkey. That's what I've been doing today, and a big bag of monster boilies in there. There's loads in there, 18s, 15s, and they're all fish meal soaked in a salmon oil. And then we've got the spicy sausage, halibut pellets on there. So yes, guys, There's old Tony over there, look. He's lit the barbie up. And we're gonna get this rod back out. And then we're gonna move that carp rod, sorry, onto a cat rod. And that's gonna be going down there where I had the fish earlier. Sorry, last night. But yes, let's get this rod back out. That's 2 fish I've lost. Literally, lost that carp from over there. And I lost the cat there. That cat literally snapped my line clean off. I don't know what happened. I reckon when I've been playing all them fish last night, I must have gotten, the line must have got nicked somehow. I mean, that's the only alright, Mr. Ducky, look. That's the only possible explanation why that snaps like that. But yeah, I'm gonna get this rod out and then we're going to join Tony for a barbie and hopefully get ready for the night. See you later.
So what do you think of Jimmy's then?
It's nice. I remember I've been told about this place many moons ago, but you just, I don't know, you have like visions in your head, don't you, of what it looks like, and then you get down and it's like, oh, it's different.
Totally different, yeah.
It's nice. Also, you got a toilet on site, and
yeah,
don't quite get that where you put the money in the box before you go in. So
yeah,
it's a bit strange, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, there's people here anyway. Why don't they take the money?
It's always been the same system though. I think since I've known it, obviously the owners, Jimmy and I think it's Jimmy and Jackie. Forgive me if I'm wrong. But they've always done the same system since I remember fishing here 20 years ago, like probably more than 20 years ago, where they would just, like, they set up the envelope system and you just put the money in, write down your details on the front and then just post it.
Yeah, I'm not knocking the system, it's just I don't know, it just seems a bit strange, that's all.
Yeah. I think they've never really had any bailiffs here. Like Jimmy always used to walk around all the time and he used to come around, talk to everyone. He's like a really nice chap. Yeah. From what I remember. So
like that Danny in the morning is a nice chap.
Yeah.
Gives us a fair few tips.
But what we got tonight, haven't we, mate? And then tomorrow day, and that's it.
Yeah, so what are you doing during the day? You just gonna carry on with the cats, are you?
Yeah, I'll just fish for the catfish all the time whilst I'm here. I don't bother with the carp. I mean, most venues I go to, I'll fish for the carp, but if they've got cats in, I'll always have at least one rod, but over here I'll just solely fish for the catfish, you know, because there's so many catfish in here and like they go up to like £90, so why bother with the carp?
Yeah, well, the carp go up to £38 and no one fishes for them.
Yeah.
As I thought, do you know what I mean? Chuck a bit of bait out for them, you might be in with some luck.
Yeah.
You never know.
Well, hopefully it all works out tonight. I mean, it's that wind's died off lovely now. I thoroughly enjoyed myself, but I've had 3 fish, so I'm happy. I'm happy I've had some action, but I really want to break my PB tonight if I can.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
That'd be really nice, but break £36.
I mean, this place is it's not strange, but it's, we just come out of lockdown, everyone's allowed to go fishing and there's like not many people on. I know it's midweek, but yeah. It's mad.
I'm glad though, mate, to be honest. I'm really glad. Because it's worked out better for us, but it just seems to be at the moment the most of the fish are down in the open water. But I hope that changes tonight and they like sort of come up here when it's a bit quieter later.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I was a bit dubious at first when I was looking at a blank when I...
Yeah.
But
yeah, you had a bad feeling even before you started,
I did.
Didn't you?
But yeah, I'm over the moon now.
Yeah.
Caught my PB cat, which I've had since, God knows, 12 years I suppose, 10 years.
Yeah.
Maybe less.
Well, me PB's actually from here, my PB cat, and that was a long time ago, really long time ago. So it'd be really nice to get into the £40 club. But it may happen this session. It may not happen this session. I'm not worried.
What is your PB over in France?
76.
Where was that, Fisherville?
had 76 for Fisherbill, yeah, and that was
So that took you right
3
around the
years
lake,
ago.
didn't it?
No, I went out in a boat.
Did you?
Yeah, I hooked into it. And it. I think it was about on a Thursday or the Friday, and we was coming home on a Sunday. It was Sunday to Sunday there, it wasn't Saturday to Saturday. I think it was Thursday or Friday. It was our first visit to Fisherbill. Beautiful place, by the way. 87 acres. But we fished like an arm that come off the main lake, and even halfway across this smaller arm, it was like sort of, we was casting to like sort of halfway, and they had a couple of like big snaggy islands there, and we was fishing in between two snaggy islands. So I was rowing out there every day and like sort of putting out a load of bait on the boat.
Oh, at least you were allowed to use a boat then.
Yeah, we're allowed to use a boat, but we couldn't use a boat to actually put our rigs out.
That don't make no sense at all, does it?
Unless it was catfish rigs, and they're too heavy to cast.
Yeah,
So,
fair enough.
but it didn't make sense to me. The lake's so big, and not everyone's a long distance carper.
No.
Carper. Long distance carper. A long distance caster. So I mean, that arm that we was fishing, I was literally practicing my long distance casting.
So you must have been doing all your casting and your granddad's
I was
casting.
doing my casting, I was doing my granddad's casting for him, and my arm was just killing every day. It was killing, but I had to do it because I knew that's where there was going to be feeding. And it took a couple of days for him to come on, to be honest, properly. But once they found the bait, they was there all week. But yeah, it was on a Friday, I think it was, Thursday, Friday, I'm sure it was Friday. I swapped over my granddad, I put him on the left where I was catching all the fish in between the islands. And I went out onto the open water, but I went out on the boat, put a massive bed of bait out, probably the size of a tennis court, tons of boilies, tons of pellet, and then what did I do? I didn't cast that one, I think. Oh yeah, it's because it was for the cats. I dropped that one down and went in, and I think a few hours later it went off, and
Nice.
I went out in a boat, and it ended up being a 76.
Did you have any carp that session?
Yeah, we had loads of carp. Most came on my side on the left. My granddad was on the right into the open water, but we swapped over, and then he started having a few carp. But yeah, loads of carp, but nothing massive. Apparently there's big fish in there, but you have to try and get through all the smaller ones.
Yeah. Big place like that, you'd expect big fish, wouldn't you?
Yeah, definitely. But I'm glad I've done it though. I've always wanted to do Fisherbill, I've always wanted to try it, so I gave it a go, and I come back with a souvenir, which is
your Fisherbill jumper.
was it? I think this is the one. Yeah, and there you go, Fisherbill hoodie. Honest, I really wanted a hoodie, so I bought one on the day we was coming home. I said I'll grab one of the hoodies, and I sorted it out of them, paid for it. But yeah, really nice quality clothes from that place as well. So
while we're on the subject of France, and I haven't told the viewers yet, because we are supposed to be going to France the end of next month. That's been cancelled.
Yeah, I've had to cancel again.
So we're going June next year, is it?
Yeah, June 28th.
Just because of quarantine rules and everything, so not everyone can do it. So with all the bait situation and not being able to take bait over, it was a no-brainer really, just to postpone it to next year. So
yeah.
But I would be down at Coking Farm again. I'm on Oak Lake for a couple of days. Tony's unfortunately got to work, I believe.
Yeah, can't get the time off.
So, but yeah, next year we'll be at Bow Repair. I've said it right that time.
Bow Repair.
I keep calling it Bow Repair for some reason.
Bow Repair, that's got a few monster catfish in it as well. And carp to 68 now.
Well, your granddad had a big one out of there, didn't he?
92, yeah.
That was the lake record, wasn't it? Was it at the time?
No, I think the lake record was just over though. It's about 105 at the time.
Okay.
So he weren't far off.
No, that's a big old lump, isn't it?
He's a big lump, yeah.
There we go. There's a nice 31 pounder. I'm not going to lift it up. Just going to get this straight back in the water. Happy days. Hello, good morning carpers. Just set the rods up just to go out in the carp today. We had that 31 pounder on the cat rod. Unfortunately it was a pretty slow night, not like the night before, was it? But we've had a fair few cats, so yeah, we've laughed the cats off now and we are literally just going to fish for the carp in this bay. But as I said before, I'm going to have one on the spot, that little gravel spot where I've had that fish and I lost one yesterday, and another little spot where I've been pre-baiting, but I've seen a lot of activity there in the last 2 days. So yeah, fingers crossed. Got one on a worry rig with an IB pop-up. A little tiny mesh bag of essential cell, a little bit of pellet around it, and the one on the gravel spot is essential cell wafter with basically the same again, just a little bit of essential cell in a mesh bag. But yeah, fingers crossed, we're gonna have a couple of carp to show you today. I'm gonna get the kettle on, have something to eat. As you can see, it's a lovely day out there, and I'll see you soon. Bit of a midday update. Let's get our hatch straight, shall we? Tony's just had a little one. Didn't bother weighing it or nothing, but probably a mid-teen, I suppose. But at least he's had another one. He said he wanted another one before he goes, so happy days for him. He lost one during the night, apparently. Yeah, just been over to see him. He lost one during the night. He had one out in the middle on the spicy sausage pellet, but yeah, unfortunately he lost it. No action on my carp rods yet, but they have just started to feed on the baited area that I've put out. Just seen some bowls come up, so they are in the area now. So fingers crossed, we are going to see a carp. See you later. Well carpers, we wanted a carp before we went, and there we go. Not the biggest in the lake, but it's a carp. So yeah, that's 2 carp on 7, 8 or 9 cats, I've lost count. But there we go. Happy days, come on the essential cell wafter again with a little bag over to that little gravel spot. Wicked, let's get this back. Well, all good things have to come to an end, and that is the end of this. Thank you for joining me on Jimmy's Lake with me and Tony. My aim, let's close this window quickly. I forgot to do a little outro when I was packing up, but I'm going to do one now. So yes, my aim this weekend was to go on there and beat my 39 pound catfish PB, and I didn't smash it, I beat it by £5. But a new PB is a new PB. And yeah, we also had a couple of carp, didn't we? Nothing big, but being on the catfish water and catching a couple of carp, it's good going. 2 lovely commons. Join me next time, guys. I'm not sure where I'm going to be next, but I think it might be Chigborough. Probably going to do a 48 or 24 there. I'm also, after that, I am back down at Coking Farm, as I said yesterday. Coking Farm for 4 days. 2 of them nights I think Alex is coming on, but I'm on Oaks Lake. I'm on peg 25, and last time I was there that produced most of the fish. So fingers crossed that they ain't spawning and we can wangle one out. So yes guys, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you soon. See you later.